Welcome back, tarot lovers. This video is intended to teach you how to read the tarot court cards, the Kings. The objectives are on the screen and timestamps are in the description box below. To catch up on the rest of this series, check the playlist in the description box. For illustration purposes, these are the 3 decks that I'll be using. You could use these decks or you could use any deck that you have because the principles that I'm going to show you will work with any deck, all right? So we have the Modern Witch, which is the top one. We have the Light Seers. I love the Light Seers, I really do. And that's the second one. And then one of my all-time favorites, the Rider-Waite deck, which is illustrated at the bottom. But look how good that king looks, right? He is scrumptious. We all know that the King of Wands is the sexy man, right? We'll get to that when we get to the personality. But yes, this card really just illustrated that for us. Speaking of the gorgeous King of Wands, that's exactly who we're going to start with. So let's do a quick element review. Remember in the pages video, we learned that all pages are the element of earth plus their suit, right? And that makes them more dynamic. That makes them more people-like, more lifelike, and more relatable. Same thing with the knights. All knights are the element of fire plus their suit. All queens are the element of water plus their suit. So the only element left is air. All kings are the element of air plus their suit. So we're starting with the King of Wands. So because he is a king, he is the element of air. So part of his personality, when we get to the personality section in this video, will be made up of the element of air. And the other part of his personality is made up of fire because he is the suit of wands and all wands is fire. So he is part air and part fire. So you already know how this drill goes. Get a piece of paper. We're going to write a line down the middle and we're going to write air on one side and fire on the other side. We're going to think of all the air-like qualities and traits and we're going to write that in column 1. So when I think of air, I think of things like breathing, obviously, right? I think of breathing. I think of life because you can't live without breathing. The ability to cross boundaries and barriers, right? Because air can definitely go through any and everything. I think of hot. I think of cold, and obviously communication. Air is definitely about communication, right? You send a text, it's going straight through the air, right to the person you're trying to deliver it to. I think of the mind, I think of freedom. Air is definitely free. I think of, because of the mind, I think of higher learning and higher levels of consciousness. I feel like the air is a helper. You know, think of how it brushes the seeds and like scatter seeds to help the earth populate the earth, you know. So I think of it as a helper. I think of it as a giver, and I also think of it as a taker because a tornado or like really heavy winds could take anything, your dog, your cat, your roof, whatever. So think of all of those things when you think of air, right? And put those in column 1 and add to that list. That's not, you know, an end all be all for air. That's just some things to get your list started. And on the other side of the paper, we are going to write all of the fiery traits. So because he is a wands, he is fire, and fire is hot, quick. Fire can bring pain, but fire is also protective. It's a light. It can push you. It can bring pleasure. It's fuel. It's also purifying. It's destructive. I also think of like love and hate because fire feels like passion, but passion could quickly turn to hate. So I think of both of those with fire. I think of impulsiveness and like impatience. Like that's all the things I think of with fire. So just by knowing the 2 elements that make him up, you could start to know his personality. For example, we have fire and air together. That makes someone very quick-witted, very quick-witted, because you got that air communication, but that quickness of the fire. This person is also very masculine, because air is a very masculine element, and so is fire. This is a very masculine man, and you'll see the contrast when we get to someone who's like the King of Cups, okay? But this is a very masculine person, a very masculine figure. This person is very quick on their toes, very agile. Think of how quick fire is, how quick fire can jump and spread. This person is very infectious. You know, like a laugh that's very infectious. If this person laughs, everyone's laughing. If this person's doing something, everyone wants to do it, right? And you could just see that through the element. The element spreads, the element of air spreads far and wide, and so does fire. So think of that with this person. Also, passion. If this person has a passion for you, I feel like it's going to go far because you have the air element to push it along. But in reverse, think about those two elements in reverse. Oh my gosh, if this person is angry, that fire is just going to be fueled by that air element, and you are never going to hear the end of it from this person. This person is going to hold a grudge forever. Air never stops, right? That's when this grudge will end, when air ends. That's what I feel with the King of Wands, and that's just looking at the elements, okay? So now let's move on to someone not as masculine. Let's look at the King of Cups. So because he is a king, he still gets all of that air element that we had with the King of Wands, okay? So there is a masculine quality there because air is a masculine element, right? So write all of those same air qualities in column 1. In column 2, we're going to write all of the water element traits and characteristics that we can think of, because he is the King of Cups, the King of Water. So when I think of water, I think of wet, obviously, right? Compassion, because I just feel water is very peaceful. So I just feel like would be a very peaceful person, a very compassionate person. So compassionate, I feel a reflection, because you can look into water and see your reflection. So this person would be someone very reflective, someone you can go to for therapy or counseling, right? So I feel reflection, I feel calm, I feel current. When I think of water, current, so any kind of currency, money flow, money's a currency. So flow, adaptability, you can put water in anything and it's going to bend or adapt to that shape. So adaptability, think of birth, and not just the birth of a child, but the birth of anything. So birth, soothing. Ooh, this is a very calming, soothing soul. Patient, purification, magic. I feel like these water people, they just know magic, okay? Softness, healing, and I also feel hot and cold. How would that look if we put the elements together? That he's very smart, he's a good communicator, and he is masculine. But then he is part water, which is very compassionate, very soothing, very womanly. So he does have a component where he's in tune with his feminine side. Okay, so that's what we can pick up just from knowing that he's part air and part water. He's a very deep thinker. Water is very deep. And air goes far and wide. So I feel like this person has a very good memory and lots of stories. If you have a water person, a person that is represented by air and water in your life, this person probably has a lot that he or she can teach you or show you. I also feel this person is probably one of the most adaptable of the court cards. You have air, which is adaptable. It can change at any moment, right? It can go in any direction. It can fit in anything. Same like water. This person is air and water. This person is probably the most adaptable in the upright. In the upright, you give this person a challenge, they're going to be able to like adapt to it. This is a dope individual. In reverse, imagine giving this person a challenge. They cannot adapt to nothing. They can't adapt. It's like air that's trapped, or like maybe water how water would feel if it was trapped in like a water balloon. You know what I mean? Like it wants to get out, like it wants to just hit the ground and splash. Like that's what I'm feeling with that was such a weird analogy, but that's literally what I saw. But yes, that's what I feel like the King of Cups feels in reverse, like trapped and just wants to get out, because air wants to be free, water wants to be free. But in reverse, I feel like they're both trapped. So this person is very agitated, and he's also unwilling to compromise or share. Okay, so that's what I got for the King of Cups. Using the elements to put together their personality, it just makes everything flow, okay? And it's just another way to look at and learn the cards. So now we're going to look at the King of Swords. He's a very handsome man as well. Okay, the King of Wands and the King of Swords, they are both very masculine, right? They have only masculine elements associated with them, and they are very, very dapper. Oh, I love that trait. All right, so we've made it to the King of Swords, and he is air plus air. So we already know all about him, okay? Column A, all the airy things, right, that we said, all the element of air, fill that in column A, and then double it into column B. So we know that this person is a great communicator. Above anything else, he or she is a great speaker, a great communicator, a great listener, very direct. When you have a conversation with this air plus air element person, you're not going to leave confused. You are going to understand everything he or she was trying to say. This would be a great teacher, right? The King of Swords, very direct, very dapper, very, very masculine, and very dominant. So in the upright, that looks nice. That looks like someone who is in charge. But in reverse, that looks like someone who is very sarcastic, someone who is very condescending, right? Air plus air in a negative. Picture how air can knock down someone's house. That house being you. Air being the words that this person is saying. So this person can cut you down with just what he or she is saying in the reverse, okay? So that is how we use the elements to understand the King of Swords. Let's move on now to the last one, the King of Pentacles. He's one of my favorites as well. I like him. He is very stable. So column A, we have all the air qualities from before. So he is masculine. Okay, don't play with him. And then we also have earth. Earth is feminine. So this is another masculine man that is in touch with his feminine side. So we have the masculine air and the feminine earth. So everything that you know about air plus all of the things about earth, I'm thinking the earth is stable, right? There is longevity in earth. The earth is tangible. You can touch it. It is protective. It is your home. It's a giver. It's giving. It's a provider. Longevity, like the earth has been here before all of us and will be here after us. Foundational, I think of recycling, a leader, a teacher, and I think of something or someone who is very patient, very, very patient. That's what I think of with earth. But now I'm also thinking of things like destruction, right? Think of an earthquake. Ooh. So the earth has its moments too. So how will this person look? Just thinking about their elements, how will they look in the upright? We have that smart, good communication brought over from the air. And then with the earth, we have that good, grounded stability. This person, when they think about it and they say they're going to do it, they're going to do it. So we have the air plus the earth. Whatever this person thinks or say, they're going to do it. They're going to bring it into fruition. But in reverse, you're just talking. You ain't going to produce nothing. This person is untrustworthy. They have no fruit to bear. There is nothing coming of the words that you are saying. Stay away from this person, right? This person's a con artist. And that is how you use the element of air plus the element of earth to start to put together the personality of the King of Pentacles. Okay, so we're done with the elements. Let's move on now to the zodiac. And we're starting with the King of Wands. Ooh, back to the King of Wands, right? The King of Wands is a fire sign. So the fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. If you are not feeling learning the tarot court cards through elements, well, another thing you could do is learn them by their zodiac. So these are the fire signs. So you're going to think of all the positive traits of the fire sign. So get your piece of paper back out, and you're going to have two columns, one with a plus sign. We're going to write all the positive traits that we could think of the fire signs, right? And then on the other side, we are going to write all the negative things that we could think of when we associate with the fire signs, okay? Do not get offended, anyone. Let's go. Positive things with Aries, Leo, Sag. Very self-aware. These people are very self-aware of what they look like, what they feel like, what they smell like. Oh my gosh, these people are very gorgeous. The fire signs are very gorgeous because they're so aware of what they're doing, what they're wearing, how their hair is. So I love that. Very assertive, direct, very direct. Look how they're looking so intently, right? Wherever their gaze is just very intent, very direct, independent, playful, fun. The fire signs, oh my goodness, so fun. Always ready for what's next, the life of the party. Pride, very, very prideful. You got to think of that Leo, and that's depicted here in this card with that line in the back, but they got that Leo energy in them. So yeah, very, very prideful, which is a good thing because they're going to have pride in what they do. So I like that. They're givers, they're protectors, they're freedom seekers. You cannot hold a fire sign down. They are freedom seekers, and they will get that freedom. You can't hold fire down. Fire is not containable. And they're very optimistic. So column 1 with the plus signs, you can put all those positive traits and then add to it. But in the reverse, oh my goodness, that pride, ooh, that pride turns to ego. Oh, and they are going to hold on to whatever hurt them in the past. They're going to hold on to it forever. Oh, that ego. And in reverse, they cannot see how their actions hurt or affect other people. Very self-aware in the upright, but in reverse, they're not aware at all. They do not know how what they say or what they do affect other people. They're very self-righteous and combative. You see that stick in their hand? Whack. Very combative and impatient, aggressive, demanding, boastful, attention seekers, cowardly. So that lion, that courage, that positive courage, right? Now you are the cowardly lion. That's what I see here. Blunt, no filter, and very condescending. This will be someone who, once you get them angry, there's no stopping them. They're going to see red. You see all this red, they're going to see red and they're going for blood. That's what I feel with the fire signs, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you better stay on their good side. Because in reverse, you know, when they're on their negative side, when they're acting up, when they're acting badly, it's not a good thing. Okay, that fire comes out of them, that destructiveness. Think of all the elements, think of all the things we said about fire, and think of that when you think of the fire signs, right? They could be very destructive. All right, so let's move on to the cups. The King of Cups. The King of Cups. He's so calm. He's so peaceful. King of Water. So the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, okay? So when you think of, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to have one side of the paper with a plus sign, and that's going to be all the good things. and the other side with the negative sign, and that's going to be all the negative things, okay? Because there has to be balance. There has to be balance. There can't be all good. There can't be all bad. So this person, my water sign people, are very receptive, open to receiving and learning. Oh, yes, that is a very good quality, a very good trait. There's some people that are just not open to receiving because they feel like they know it all, right? We'll get there next, King of Swords. But these people are very open to receiving and learning, accepting, gentle, bonding, open. They're open to bring in other people and other cultures. Picture how open the ocean is. The ocean is representing the water sign people. Picture how open. The ocean does not discriminate. So in that regard, I feel like the water signs are also very open. They're caretakers, deep thinkers, intuitive, peaceful to be around. And they're going to be like the parents of the friend group, like the responsible one. You know, if everyone's going out drinking, this one will volunteer to say, okay, I won't drink. You know, this is definitely the responsible friend. The bromance, you know, this is like the bromance, or like a bestie. This could be a male best friend. This person's very understanding and very friendly, but in reverse, oh my gosh, maybe too sensitive. Oh my gosh, hypersensitive. Everything the wind blows on you, you're freaking crying. Hypersensitive. I feel like these people can be very cold. Water could be very warm and nurturing and comforting, but it could also be ice cold. These people can ice you out. Disconnected, stuck in the past, sneaky, very, very sneaky, you water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, very sneaky. Delusional. Oh my goodness. They will just make something up in their mind and believe it and really just run with it. Delusional. They fall prey to addiction. I feel these signs fall prey to addiction when they're in their act bad state. You know what I mean? When they're in their act up state, when they're in reverse, when they're not acting right, they have a tendency to fall prey to addictions. Very moody. These are water signs. The moon is associated with the water sign. Picture how the moon sits on the ocean, right? So there is a draw or a play on your emotions because of the moon. So these people are very moody and can be selfish and very irrational. Very irrational when things do not go their way. So that's what I feel with my poor little King of Cups. I love you, King of Cups, but yeah, you could be kind of delusional. All right, so that's what I got for my my water signs. My water signs. The King of Swords, the air signs. My air signs, do not be mad at me. I am an air sign, so whatever I say, you know, I'm also talking to myself. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. In the upright, when you guys are acting great, when we're acting good, humanitarians, social, flirty, problem solvers. You have a problem, bring it to an air sign. They're going to figure out the problem before you're even done letting them know what the problem is. Okay? Facts. Adaptable, very adaptable, good with change. If there's something, you know, if we have to tweak something, we're going to tweak it. No problem. Analytical, relationship minded, and that could be relationship with anything. So in the upright, this could be a relationship with another person, you know, a good relationship with money. But in reverse, this could be a poor relationship with food, or a poor relationship with money, or a poor relationship with people. But in either case, air signs also represent relationships. So my air sign people are usually, you know, bouncing from relationship to relationship. They're very moral, fair, and honest. In the upright, the King of Swords, the air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, they give the people what they want. They tell people what they want to hear. You know what I mean? You're going to leave the conversation feeling good with an air sign. But in reverse, in reverse, they think way too much. They're thinking over feeling. They're not including any emotion. It's just very analytical and almost robotic. That brings on self-sabotage a lot of times with the air signs. Self-sabotage. They could be antisocial. They could be whistleblowers. Definitely the whistleblower. If there's a whistleblower amongst the group, it's probably an air sign. Their minds are always on. Their minds are always on. Just very, very chatty, which makes them prone to anxiety. They could be dishonest. Ooh. On the downside, when the air signs are acting badly, they're liars. They are not, do not believe anything they are saying. Fickle, very messy. Oh my goodness, very messy. Indecisive, passive, very passive. Upright, good at making decisions and good at making quick decisions. Problem solvers. In reverse, so passive and indecisive, on the fence, and selfless. They could be martyrs. Okay, so wow. So that is the King of Swords as an air sign. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Okay, let's look at now the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, he's my buddy. So these are the Capricorns, the Taurus, and the Virgos. They are organized, right? Organized, very organized, traditional, neat and clean, knows their worth. They know. They're not going to give you a discount just because you're the family member. They know their worth, okay? They know their worth. Time is money. Time is money for these people. They're very ambitious. They're slow and methodical. They're going to put their mind, they're going to put their heart and soul into any project that they're doing. This reads as opulence to me. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, when they're on their upswing, when they're acting good, when they're on their higher end, very opulent. They love the finer things in life. Loyal, very loyal. Look at that dog. That dog is telling you loyalty, okay? Disciplined, hard worker, been through a lot. These people have been through a lot, and a lot of times they suffer in silence. Okay, but in reverse, oh Lord. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, they could be perfectionists. So they spend so much time trying to make things right, trying to be overly methodical, that they miss the whole point. They waste time and they waste money. So these could be the OCD type. They could be workaholics. They're trying to get to the money so much that now they are workaholics. They could be very materialistic, very, very, very materialistic and picky. They could be hoarders and possessive over things, possessive over people. Okay, if you're in their life and they find if they find that they want to hold on to you, okay, when they're acting badly, when they're on their lower end, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, they could be very possessive. Okay, they could be lazy, greedy, and neglectful. So this could be neglecting of themselves. They can neglect themselves and just be very bummy looking, or, overeating and like self-loathing, things like that. Or they could be neglecting others, but there's like some form of neglect here, and they don't know their worth. They just give everything away. Like picture Santa, just giving everything away and keeping nothing for himself. That is what I get from my Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So now we're going to put everything together. We're going to look at the elements. We're going to look at the zodiac, and we're going to see how that, comes together and plays into their personality. Let's do a quick recap, okay? So the elements the zodiac, and the stage makes up the personality. So remember that the pages, they're a beginner or young stage. So that's a younger personality. And the knights, they're the intermediate or doing or working stage, the middle stage. Personality of ages maybe 20 to 40s, right? Now the kings and the queens, both represent a master or teacher phase or the climax phase. To make it even more confusing, they don't represent any gender. So the queen isn't a female per se, and the king doesn't always represent a man. So the main difference for me when looking at the king versus the queen is that the queens represent yourself and your immediate surroundings. So your home, your family, your close friends, things like that. The kings, however, represent things outside the home, outside the family. So this could be work, business, distant friends, distant relatives, things like that. All right, so with that being said, let's look at the personality of the King of Wands, okay? So his element is air and fire, so we know that he's a thinker and a doer. His zodiac is all the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. His stage is grown and sexy and mature. So all of that in a big pot makes up his personality. So I'm feeling this would be a man with a gold chain and a pinky ring. If I had to put him in my head, I'm seeing like definite, like bling bling pinky ring. That's what I'm seeing. He feels like a bachelor type, the single man that just wants to date. Serial dater. That's what I feel. He likes attention. He loves to be flashy. He's a great dresser. I feel he's very strong. See that line in the back? I feel like he's very strong. And this picture here, I feel like he's saying like, get my good side. Because he's looking straight ahead here. He is looking straight ahead, right? He's looking straight ahead. But it's the camera angle that's on the side. So I feel like he's saying, you know, get my good side. Yes, get your good side, King of Wands. He is agile. He's a manager type. He could be a really good door-to-door salesman because someone's going to buy whatever he's selling. He's an entrepreneur. He could be an inspirational leader or motivator. He has a lot of really good creative sparks. He is fire. So I'm feeling like creative sparks. He is very magnetic and attractive. He's a sexy charmer. And I think about these salamanders or lizards here. I think of these like all over his jacket, or his cape, I should say. I feel like those are followers. To me, that's what I see. Spirits or people that just want to follow you, that want to be on your coattail. This is the Rider-Waite deck. And yeah, I just feel like I look at that and I feel like those are just people that want to follow you. They want to be like you. That's what I see. And then I also feel like these little hash marks on the inside of his jacket are people that have helped him or people that he's helped. I just feel like this is a man for the people. This is a man for the people. People will pay to see this person. He's passionate. He's a protector. He's outgoing and very, very extroverted. But in reverse, I'm getting con artists. Con artists. Dirty old man and pervert, because now this does not read to me as like a spark of inspiration or some bringer of change, bringer of good change. This reads as a phallic symbol, and it reads in a bad way or a negative way. So I'm feeling dirty old man or pervert. This person is thirsty. They want all the attention. They're not getting attention, and they're going out of their way to get said attention. Very thirsty. Extremist, impulsive, narcissist. Oh my goodness, narcissist, because they just swear that they're all of that. And now these aren't followers. These are people that this person is following, you know, or followers that they think they have. You think you have followers, but no, you don't. You know, no one wants to follow you at this point. Boastful, arrogant, easily angered or easily annoyed, an angry or abusive partner, a gaslighter, someone who will torture you. In reverse, this is a very abusive person. He could be like, he or she, because there's no gender, he or she could be gang affiliated, tunnel vision, getting to the goal. Like, that's all this person knows. They just, you know what I mean? Very overly driven. And I feel like with this lizard here, I feel like there's a lot of secrets. For some reason, I feel like there's a lot of secrets between this person and this lizard. Like, the lizard is the confidant. So I think of this person as holding a lot of things in, holding a lot of things back, in reverse. What else? A cowardly behavior with that lion there. And I feel definitely following the crowd, or someone who has a lot of illegitimate children. Because with this, like these little lizards on his jacket, these salamanders on the jacket, I'm just looking in the reverse, like these are illegitimate children that you could have fathered and, you know, like just left. You went for the milk and never came back. That's the vibe that I get also with the King of Wands in reverse, okay? So let me know what you guys get, because I took the element, the zodiac, and their stage, and I put that together, and that's how I came up with the personality. But this is open to interpretation, and it is open to change. So let me know what you guys get in the comment section below. We're going to move on to the King of Cups. All right, so we have the King of Cups. Remember, this is a masculine energy plus a feminine energy, right? Because we have the element of air plus water. So this is a thinker and a feeler. King of Wands was a thinker and a doer, because air and fire, this is air and water. So this is a thinker and a feeler. His zodiac is the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. His stage is also grown and sexy and mature. So here is the kings with their lovely wives. I just put the little wives out to, you know, make their little debut, you know, see how good they look paired up with their wives. The King of Cups. He is a family man. He's a good father. He's a good husband. He is emotionally mature. He's a very emotionally mature person. He's comfortable to be around. He has a very like chill vibe. He's always calm and collected. You know, you're not going to really find him too riled up or too like angered. He's very slow to anger. He's a warm-hearted individual who cares for himself, and he cares for others as well. He pulls people in. So think of all that water that's around him, and think of like the tides, how it just pulls people in. I feel like that's exactly his personality. He's like a doctor or a caretaker. You know, he could be a counselor. He has a very good memory. He's a good mentor, advisor, or psychic friend. If this person tells you, nope, you shouldn't go over to the store, you shouldn't go to that party, you shouldn't be friends with so-and-so, this is the person to listen to. This person is very, very psychic. He's a good therapist, very emotionally in tune with self and others, could make a really good artist or musician, very popular, but does not mind being alone. Look how this person's in the middle of the ocean, okay? Does not mind being alone. So definitely, you know, good with people, but also good by his or herself. He's a sexual giver. This is definitely a sexual giver. This is a metrosexual man. And or you know, yeah, this is a metrosexual man, because of that feminine energy from the water plus that masculine energy. This is a man that's not ashamed or shy to be in tune with their feminine side. This could also represent someone who is a sexual explorer, or maybe like bi-curious. And the reason I say that is because of that water and that water and air element, yes. But also look how this person is holding. This is the Rider-Waite deck. Look how he's holding like a male figure. So I'm looking at this as like a male phallic symbol, okay? But then this is a female symbol. a water symbol, a cup, a chalice, you know? So I feel like this represents a man and this represents a woman. So this person to me would be bi-curious. That's how I see that, okay? So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But that's what I see upright. In reverse, this is a red flag. You will never see it coming with this person. You will never see it coming. It's just gonna, whatever happens, it's gonna be like a tsunami. It's gonna, you piss this person off, it's a tsunami, and you won't even see it coming. This person could also be like weak mentally or weak physically, cold-hearted, very cold-hearted, and allows others or situations to take advantage of them. Picture allowing, instead of sitting on top of the water and owning it, now you're allowing the water to carry you away. Okay? And the water could be other people, other places, other things, even drugs. You're allowing something or someone to just like take you away, carry you out to sea. Emotionally and verbally manipulative, psych issues or mental instability, because now you are underwater and delusional. You know, what you're thinking or seeing is not clear. It's not real. This person could be a violent drinker or one who lashes out, especially when drunk or under the influence. This person pushes people away very much. Overwhelmed by life. This person is just overwhelmed really by everything, hides emotions, and tries to be someone or something that he or she is not. This person isolates themselves and lets their feelings get in the way. So they may know what to do, because remember, they're air, they're part air as their element, so they're smart and they know what to do. But in reverse, this person may just hide. This person may ignore that part of them. They may ignore the air part of them and just be focusing so much on the emotional side, and now they're acting out of emotion. So they're acting irrational. Okay, personality, red flag. Run, 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 run. All right, who's next? Who's next? Look at them. Look at the swords. They are all business all the time. They are ready for business. Okay, there you go. I just wanted the women to, you know, make their little hello. So the King of Swords, this is air plus air. Okay, so very masculine, like I said before. Zodiac, all the air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, stage, grown and sexy and mature, because they are in the king stage of life. So this personality type, high standards, very high standards. This person would be like a sneakerhead. You know how I said the King of Wands to me feels like someone who has a very nice gold chain and a pinky ring? I feel like the King of Swords is all about sneakers. That's what I feel like. They just really have a nice sneaker. And then so the King of Cups to me, he feels like shorts and flip-flops. You know, just to get like a picture. That's how I picture them. So yeah, I feel like this person is a sexy nerd who is really into sneakers or shoes. Like, shoe game is on point. Very high standards, serious and direct. This person is a philosopher, a thinker, very, very logical thinker. So jobs for this person would be like a detective, a banker, an accountant, a scientist, a surgeon, holding a knife. Definitely a surgeon, a policeman, a lawyer, or someone in the military. And this person is always two steps ahead. You got that air plus air element and all of the good qualities of the air signs, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Those signs are thinkers. This person is a really good thinker and communicator, always 2 steps ahead. And, you know, they want it to make sense. Make it make sense. They want all the facts. So you're going to ask for all the facts. Give me all the facts. Give me all the details. These people want the details. They can be very faithful and honest in relationships. They tell you what you do want to hear, and sometimes they tell you what you don't want to hear. So they could be very soothing, you know, very soothing, make you feel good. But in reverse, oh, they're going to cut you down. They're going to cut you down. Someone you can trust, someone that gives great advice. And they usually are doing two things at once. The King of Swords, they're double taskers. They're doing this, they're doing that, and they're thinking about something else while they're doing this and that. So that's the personality of the King of Swords upright. In reverse, think about air plus air. You have no other element to rely on. You're just air. You're just always in your head. So in reverse, you're over analytical. You're taking things too far. You're thinking about things too much. This person could definitely be single. I feel like the King of Swords in reverse is definitely single because he puts all his time into other things. Research, TV, games, books, his cell phone, anything other than focusing on your relationship and the issue at hand. That's the King of Swords. Overly analytical, but not paying attention to what is really going on in front of you. This person is also a know-it-all. He wants things done and he wants them done now, okay? Verbally abusive or verbally like very aggressive could be just loud and wrong. A liar, a cheater. This person also could have communication issues. And this could be communication issues of any type. So this person could be tone deaf or actually deaf because this is air plus air. This is communication. This is the best communication, right? It doesn't get any better than this. But then in reverse, it kind of doesn't get any worse than this either. So maybe this person really is deaf. Or this person could be maybe like autistic to where they don't understand. So the communication is not going through, okay? This person could be standoffish or push people away. Doesn't know how to express or communicate their feelings. Or it may come across that this person has no feelings, like a psychopath or sociopath, right? This person may come off as like zero feelings at all because all you have is air plus air. And when it's in reverse, air is very harsh. So you may come across as having no feelings. This person would make like a great assassin or sniper. This person will also be like the dirty cop or a corrupt lawyer. Low morals, low standards, low ethics, poor judgment, empty promises, don't believe anything they say. Someone who gives very poor advice, hard to get along with, and one-track mind. They're all air. It's either all or nothing in reverse. It's all or nothing with this person. So definitely run before they cut you with their knife, okay? It's just too much. This also reads as toxic masculinity because it's masculine plus masculine and it's both the same. So there's nothing to bounce off of or nothing to balance. There's no balance here because it's air plus air, masculine plus masculine, and it's the same. So there's nothing to balance you out. There's nothing to it's nothing to change your focus. Let's just call it that. There's nowhere to go with this person. It's either all or nothing. Okay, so let's look at the King of Pentacles and his lovely wife. Looking absolutely gorgeous and knowing that they look gorgeous. Looking good and knowing it. Look at them. Look at the queens. Beautiful. Okay, so the King of Pentacles. This could be a man or woman. This is someone who has the element of air plus earth. So this is thinking and having. This is the zodiac sign of Earth. So this is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Stage, grown, sexy, and mature. Okay. So personality-wise, this is another metrosexual man because we have the element of air, which is masculine, and element of earth, which is feminine. So this person is also another metrosexual. He prefers the company of others. This person likes to be around people. He's not deep in the ocean like the King of Cups, who can be with people or be without people and be fine. I feel like the King of Pentacles really enjoys having people around him. If he or she says he will make it happen, it's going to happen. So you definitely can believe or trust this person. Very business-minded, entrepreneurial type. Time is money. And this is a person with a nice watch. You hear me? The King of Pentacles, one thing about him or her, okay, they're going to have a nice watch. They're a wealth builder, very hard worker, perhaps started a company from the ground up and knows all the ins and outs of the company. A good teacher of life skills, always has a story, very generous, and doesn't like to owe anyone. Okay, won't haggle. If you tell them it's $5,000, if they got it, they're going to pay it. They will not haggle. And in fact, they probably pay you more. They probably tip you. This person would be the plug. This person would be the boss. This person has offshore accounts. You hear me? Offshore accounts. In reverse, though, this person makes very poor decisions. Do not follow their business decisions, their money advice. Very poor. This person may also be a sex addict. And this person may also be a sex deviant. So in the upright, this person likes pleasure. Of course, he likes the finer things in life. Opulence. This person, goes out of his way to make him or herself feel good and make the people around them feel good as well. But in reverse, that turns into something deviant. This person could be a sexual predator, okay? Or a groomer, so beware. Greedy, possessive, cheap, way too thrifty. They could have the money and still try to haggle. So way too thrifty, way too materialistic, lazy, not a hard worker at all. Overindulger. So just like this person can overindulge in sex, this person can overindulge in food. Okay, food, women, clothes, just too much. Okay, hoarder. This could be a scrub, the bottom man. So in the upright, the plug. Okay, in reverse, the runner, the scrub, the bottom man. Or this could be showing that the person has ill-gotten gain, broken promises, or someone who is ungrateful. Someone who has everything, has it all, but in reverse is showing ungratefulness. Never having enough. Never having enough. You could have all of this that surrounds you. And in reverse, you don't even acknowledge it. It's not good enough. So this person could be very, very ungrateful. And he or she could also use his or her money and or cars to get what they want. You want to be flashy, try to impress the opposite sex. You're going to use your money. You're going to use your cars. You're going to use your influence. That's what I feel with the King of Pentacles in reverse. Personality. We have reviewed the elements. We reviewed the zodiacs. We reviewed the personality. And now we're moving into the events and places. So we're going to look at the kings as events and places. If you have not liked, comment, subscribed, or shared already, please take this time to do so. Thank you. Events and places, starting with the King of Wands. The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, they're both representative of something mature. So let's think of like a dinner party, right? They both could represent a dinner party. But if I got the Queen of Wands, I'm thinking it's a dinner party with close friends, relatives, or family, right? I know the people involved. It's a small, intimate vibe. If I got a dinner party represented by the King of Wands, though, I'm thinking maybe I'm not going to know everyone there. I'm going to have fun. But I'm not going to know everyone there. This may be an opportunity for me to meet new people. Here, I may know everyone there. I'm still going to have a great time, but I may not meet anyone new. This card, less of a intimate vibe, there's more of a chance for me to meet someone new. So that's how I would look at or differentiate a place with a king or a queen, okay? Because they are both mature, high vibe places. So you still take into account, though, the elements involved, and that'll kind of narrow down the place as well. So let's look at the King of Wands as an event or place. We know that it's fun, it's high energy, it's also going to be upscale because it's a king, right? It's air plus fire, so it's a thinking and doing type place, okay? So maybe an athletic type of event or a sporting event, race cars even, something like high energy fun, something on your feet. So maybe a concert, but it's like where you stand up instead of sit down. Something like where you're like really vibing out. I see beauty and seduction in this place, a sexy place. So maybe like a strip club or a high-end gentleman's club. I also see like maybe a place to seek motivation. So this could be a church. This could be a gym. Somewhere where you could get motivated. Also, lots of people involved. I really feel like there's lots of people involved here because, like I pointed out here, there's a lot of people that want to follow the King of Wands. So there's lots of people involved in this place. This could also be someplace hot. This could be representing like a hot vacation. You could be going to Jamaica. Hello. In reverse, though, this could be a low energy event, or maybe no one showed up. It was supposed to be a lot of people. Nobody came. Nobody was, nobody got the invitation. I don't know. They didn't RSVP. This could be unmotivating. So someplace that really just drained you instead of motivated you. A hole in the wall. I see chaos. A slow burn, or maybe someplace that's slow to start. So maybe it starts off slow and boring and then picks up, just depending on the rest of the cards that you have. Or this place could just be boring. It could be a slow burn and hopefully something happens later, or it could just be a dud. So that's what I see as events or places as the King of Wands. All right, the King and Queen of Cups. So same thing, both mature places. But remember, the King of Cups is air and water, whereas the Queen of Cups is water and water. So they both have the water element. They're both mature places. But I feel like with the Queen of Cups versus the King of Cups, this is way more intimate. We have water plus water. This could be like maybe planning a baby shower, something very, very intimate. Whereas this place would be planning like a charity event. Okay, both intimate, both mature, both upscale, but just thinking about the Queen versus the King and what we learned about their personalities. Okay, so the King of Cups is air plus water, thinking and feeling. This event or place, I'm thinking water sports. Obviously he's on the water, right? Water sports, beach, pool, things like that. Definitely a charity event or a foundation building event, something like that. I'm thinking relaxed vibes, soft music, dim lights, wine. He got his little wine in his hand. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the TV remote in the other hand. So this could definitely represent a Netflix and chill type of situation. A quiet place away from everything and everyone. This could be a getaway. Or even like a staycation where you just take vacation time from work, but you don't go anywhere. You just wanted time off. This definitely reads to me as a vacation or a staycation of some sort. Low key, I'm thinking poetry, pottery, or even going to see like a live band. That's what I get for events or places as the King of Cups. But in reverse, I feel like maybe this place has too much going on, so you're overwhelmed. There's too much happening. It's not enjoyable. The energy could be cold. You could feel rushed in or pushed out. Like think of a concert that got out of hand, or just being around so many people and things get out of hand and you're being pushed and pulled and you don't have any control of yourself or what's going on around you. That's what I read with this. Okay, this could definitely be danger. Event that starts quiet and then something unexpected happens. Okay, so this is very scary. An event getting rained out or ruined, or something that you just wouldn't expect. This is definitely something that you would not expect, something that you can't plan for, something that you wouldn't see coming. So as an event or place, if I got the King of Cups in reverse, I'm staying home. Cancel my reservations. I'm not going. We have the King and we have the Queen of Swords. Both of these are very mature element at the top of their game. And they both have the element of air, right? But the King of Swords is air plus air, and the Queen of Swords is air plus water. Let's say that this represented the exact same place, the exact same event, and we're gonna say it's a Christmas party. If I got the Queen of Swords, I'm thinking my role at the event or place would be make the invitation list, do something where I'm working with the people of the event. You know, I'm working with the people of the event. That's what I feel. So either I'm doing the helping with the invitations, helping to design the event, because I'm part water, so I have that creativity with me. So maybe I'm helping to design the event. Something like that would be the role. But if this is that same event as the King, my role wouldn't be as creative. I think my role would be more structured. So this would be the guest speaker, or this could be someone that is the inspector of the event to make sure that everything is going according to plan. Something with a little bit more structure would be the King, right? So even if it was the same event, looking at the Queen versus the King can tell you your role in the event, or how much you would enjoy your role in the event. Because if you don't mind being that creative person, then you're going to enjoy if you pull the Queen versus if you pull the King. There is no creativity in the guest speaker or in going around with a checklist. You get what I mean? So that's how I would use the King or the Queen to help me decide. So the King of Swords, this place would be upscale, definite upscale event, a black tie event, or maybe like an all-white yacht party, a Christmas work party like I just mentioned, or a meeting of the minds. You know, where are you going? What's the event? And you pull the King of Swords. And I would definitely think work meeting. I'm thinking of a meeting where you're getting together, you're collaborating with others, you're trying to build something. Definitely meeting of the minds, a collaboration of some sort, or like a lunch and learn. You know, you ever had some of those little meetings where it was like they fed you and then you learned about whatever they're pushing. The idea is that you buy whatever they're pushing at the end, but they feed you. So like I see a definite lunch and learn or lecture, class, or skilled builder workshop. Or I also see like a telemarketer. Like this could be an event of like telemarketing or phone calls to discuss plans or how to do something. If this was a phone call, it definitely wouldn't be a romantic call. This would just be a call to like discuss something. This is a friendly call or a work call. Definitely not a romance vibe. So if I was doing a romance reading, even though I got this card and it means good communication, this is not the communication you want, okay? In reverse, I'm thinking rescheduling of the plans. As an event or a place, I feel like it's getting rescheduled. Plans falling through. Not learning or gaining anything from this event. So you're going to go and you're not going to have fun. You're not even going to learn anything. I feel like you're not going to even feel welcome. I feel like these eyes are just going to be staring at you and they're going to feel cold and you're not going to feel like you even belong there. This place I feel like will be under a lot of scrutiny, maybe a place of violence. And violence because of misunderstandings. You don't understand what's going on, and so you're confused, and now the place is a violent mess. That's definitely what I see, especially with the swords in their hand. I definitely feel violence. This is a violent place. Another place I will not go. I'm staying home. Cancel everything. Cancel my reservations. I am going home. All right, so let's talk about the King of Pentacles. King and Queen of Pentacles, okay? Both mature, both have the element of earth, but the King of Pentacles has the element of air, so he's a thinker and a haver. He's going to think it and then figure out how to have it. Okay. The Queen is a water and earth, so she's also going to have it, but she's going to feel it and have it. Okay, she's going to use her intuition and what she feels, her gut feeling, her gut instinct to make things happen for her. Whereas he's going to make things happen by what he thinks, what he knows, what he understands. So that's the difference between them. So as an event or place, as a king or queen of pentacles, you're going to leave with something. You're going to leave feeling like you've gained something from this event or place, okay? With the queens, perhaps you left the event feeling, you know, good. You left with something that's going to make you feel good. Maybe you heard something that you needed to hear, you felt something you needed to felt, or you got even like a crystal. There was a gift that you got that just made you feel good having that, okay? Whereas the kings, when you leave the event, you're going to leave with something that maybe expands your knowledge. And I say that because this represents the element of air, and air is communication and knowledge. So you may leave this event feeling like you've gained something to enhance your knowledge. Whereas the queens, you left feeling like you've gained something to enhance maybe your beauty or maybe how you feel or something like that, okay? So either way, you're leaving feeling good. You're leaving feeling good. So this could be a place or an event that makes you feel comfortable. You could be comfortable money-wise, so abundant, some place that feels opulent, feels good, feels abundant, or some place that makes you feel comfortable as in what's important to you, okay? Definite good food, okay? Definite good food. This is a good food vibe. This is a place that both men and women will enjoy. So look at the Rider-Waite deck. We have the phallic symbol here in one hand, and we have the female symbol here, the earth, the coin, the pentacle here. So this is the masculine and feminine, okay? Just like I showed you with the King of Cups, right? Both of them hold a masculine and a feminine symbol. That's why they're my metrosexual men. So this is some place that a man and a woman will enjoy. Somewhere where you're going to leave feeling full, like you definitely got what you wanted out of the event, okay? Or something that you wanted to do for a long time. This could have been a place or event that you wanted to do this for so long and you finally did it, because the pentacles represent something in the works for a long time, something stable. This could also be like a work event or like a how to make money type event, a place of high value to you. It may not be like high value to everyone, but it's going to be high value to you. And I also feel it could be somewhere outdoors because the pentacles represents earth. So it could be something outdoors. Animals may be involved. This place could have like swag bags or giveaways. It could be a food drive or like a volunteer type thing as well. But in reverse, this place is cheap, low money, low budget, waste of time. You're going to be unsatisfied, very, very, very trashy. Poor food. Oh my gosh, if this represents a restaurant, don't eat there. You will be sick. Food poisoning. Poorly planned event. Something or a place that is just very unorganized. Run down, shabby place or shabby people, okay? Unsafe, definitely dangerous, scary. Like this could even be like, the way that I would read this as good is if I wanted to go to like a haunted house. If I wanted to go to a haunted house and I pull this, then I would feel like, yeah, because this to me is very scary. The King of Pentacles in reverse is scary to me. It feels very unsafe. So if this was a haunted house vibe, then I'd be like, okay, well, that's the vibe I'm going for. Otherwise, no, I'm not going to this place. I also feel like this could be a place where people feel exploited, like a money grab type of situation. Okay, that's what I get from the King of Pentacles as an event or a place. We are going to move on to action and advice. Again, if you have not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? We're going back to the King and Queen of Wands. So the Queens advise you to focus on yourself, right? Or your home, your inner circle. And the Kings advise you to focus on maybe work or others or situations outside of the home. So if I got a Queen of Wands, this tells me focus on either my beauty, focus on maybe things that are going to make me look good or feel good. But with the King of Wands, this is telling me that it's time to do something for maybe someone else. Okay, and this could be doing something for my partner or doing something for, you know, a friend or whoever. But the Queen tells you take care of yourself, versus where the King tells you more take care of others. So that's how I read them when I'm trying to differentiate. But always use your intuition when you're doing a reading, because it's going to change. Like, you may read the cards one way today and the next time something totally different. Always follow your intuition. Okay, so looking at the King of Wands, action or advice, this is air plus fire. He is thought, thinking, and doing. So action advice, telling you to lead the crowd. Do not follow. Do not follow. Be optimistic. Things will go your way. Okay, you or the thing you're asking about is highly favored or sought after, so definitely go after it. Either someone wants you someone wants you and finds you attractive enough to come after you, or the advice could be telling you to make your move. It just depends on the question and how the question is worded, but this shows an attraction that they're telling you to go after. The advice is to go after it, whether it's a job, whether it's a person, whether it's a thing, whatever it is, go get it, because it's going to be favorable. That's what this represents as advice, okay? It's telling you to move, do something, make your move, make your action, do it, okay? Your action can potentially affect a lot of people, so think about that long term. Remember, all these people here, all these people are following you. The King of Wands is a leader, okay? The King of Wands, that fire, that air, leaves their mark everywhere they go. So, you know, make sure that you're mindful of that if you represent it as the King of Wands, okay? And to think long term. Think long term. Look how they're like looking straight. Look how they are so intent with that stare. They are intent. They are looking at the prize. So you need to think long term. That's the advice. Now in reverse, you're putting too much emphasis on the wrong thing or project. Like you're going in guns a-blazing. You are really putting everything you have into said project, but it could be the wrong project, okay? Or you may need to just go in a totally different direction. Whatever you're asking about, maybe it's not the right time to chase it. Don't chase that girl. Don't chase that guy. They're already in a relationship. Leave it alone. Okay, leave it alone. Don't chase it. Let it go. This could be your actions can potentially hurt a lot of people. In reverse, you could hurt a lot of people. This is a poor leader, very poor leadership skills. The person that you're asking about, you do not need to follow them. Or if you're asking about yourself, this could be telling you that maybe you don't need to lead in this particular situation or in this particular project. You know, sometimes you're a leader and sometimes you're a follower, and that's fine. And this advice could be telling you that it's not your season to lead. It could also be advising you of lack of vision. Maybe you're not seeing the whole thing or something is missing. So it could be advising you to pay attention. Action and advice for the King and Queen of Cups. This is such a loving, bonding relationship. I just feel like they feel so good to me. Both mature, both have the advice of water, something to do with your feelings, right? But this is feelings plus feelings, and this is air plus feeling, so thought plus feeling. So the action or advice here would differ because this is telling you do something totally based on your feelings, right? The action or advice here would be to do something mainly based on how you feel or something that's going to improve how you feel. Okay? Something to do with yourself or immediate family is going to make you feel better. So with this person, because he's air included with the water, I feel like this is telling you to be more inclusive. This person is telling you to be more inclusive. Action or advice, the way that I would differ is this one is telling you to do something with, be more selective. This is a more selective person, because she's all emotion, she's all feeling. This has the air element, so you can let more people in when you're the King of Cups. Versus when you're the Queen of Cups, you may have to protect your energy a little bit more and be a little bit more, have a little bit more boundaries, okay, as the Queen of Cups. So, action or advice for the King of Cups. There's going to be ups and downs. He's in the middle of the ocean, right? So whatever you're asking about, there is going to be ups and downs, but you will be able to handle them. He is really sitting in the middle of the ocean, controlling it. So whatever is coming, you're going to be able to handle it. And I also say to be balanced. Use a balanced approach in whatever you're trying to do, okay? So don't neglect your air side or your water side. You need them both. Whatever you're asking about, if this came up for action or advice, you need both. You need to think logically, but you also need to feel. You can't neglect either, or you're going to sink. Okay, action or advice. Really do not be afraid to be yourself. You may be bi-curious, or you may be into things that people are not into. Okay, but don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of that. That's what I get with this one. Definitely be inclusive. You're in the middle of the ocean where, everyone can see you. Everyone has access to you if they wanted, right? You are definitely being watched and admired. You see that little fish? See that little fish? I feel like you see the fish. I feel like you're being watched and admired. So just know that from near and far, you're being watched and admired. So just be aware of that. In reverse, you may be drowning and need to be rescued. Okay, so this could be warning you of what's to come. Okay, and the situation that you're asking about could be terrible and you may need to be rescued. You're not able to handle what's coming. The ups and downs, you would not be able to handle that. So this is action and advice. It could be also warning you about a person's behavior or intention. This person that you're asking about does not mean you well. The situation or person has the potential to pull you down or pull you under. You may not be seeing things clearly or thinking things through. You have neglected your air side. You're all water. So now you're underwater and you're delusional. You're not thinking, right? So you may not be seeing things clearly or thinking things through. And you got to think about the ocean. The ocean is so deep. The waters are like, 80% unknown? Some weird, crazy number like that of the ocean is unexplored. So the King of Cups in reverse, I see too many unknowns. That's how I read this. So if I get the King of Cups in a reading or in a spread, there is too many unknowns. Too many unexpected dips and tips and turns and just too many. So this situation is very unfavorable. Next, we have the King and Queen of Swords. Both represent advice that is mature, right? And advice perhaps about communication. But the King of Swords versus the Queen of Swords, I'm thinking this is communication with a friend because we have the air plus the water. So this is, a little feel-good moment, a little kiki with your friends, or a good phone call, versus maybe the King of Swords. You're still communicating with someone, but maybe less intimate. So for example, this could be talking on the phone with your friend versus talking to a business partner, talking to someone from work or something like that. Less intimate because it's a king versus a queen. And also this is air plus air and this is air plus water. So you could think of that little difference in their personality when it comes to the action or advice that they would give you, okay? The kings versus the queens. So action advice, the King of Swords. There is a very important decision to be made. And unlike the Queen, you can't even put your heart into this decision. Okay, the Queen has that little water element to back her up, saying think about it, but also, you know, put a little heart and soul into it. Put a little soul, a little heart into the decision. No, not the King of Swords. Think about it and cut. There is no feelings involved here, okay? Important decisions to be made. Use discernment, use logic and reason. Be direct with your intentions. Make your intentions clear and just be honest in this situation. Honest to yourself or honest to the other people involved, okay? Take control of the situation or the narrative. Do not allow the narrative to control you. You step ahead or step in front of it. Read the fine print, okay? Remove feelings to make the decision or action. And whatever you're planning to do it now and do it quickly. Pay attention to something being said or done around you. This card could just be telling you, pay attention. You know, people are talking. You're not listening. Pay attention. They could be saying something that you need to hear. So make sure you are focusing. Whatever you're planning to do, like I said, do it quickly and don't be afraid to show self-expression. This is the King of Swords. This is the King of communication. Communicate about how you feel. Express yourself. So this person, I feel, would be like the eccentric makeup type, and that's okay. You know, if that fits your personality. So that's the advice, to just be you and to set boundaries. Don't let too many people get too close to you. Set those boundaries. In reverse, I think the advice would be to watch what you say. Watch what you say, okay? Perhaps the wrong people are listening to you, so just be careful. It could be a warning that not everything is being said, and there are things being left out or lies being told. This could also be like a stop sign. So something you're doing or saying needs to be stopped or cut away. In reverse, I read the swords as like, put the brakes on. Put the brakes on, stop. It could also be like a warning you're rubbing someone the wrong way with something you're saying or doing. And this could be something unknowing. You don't even know you're saying it. You don't even know you're doing it, but you're rubbing people the wrong way, okay? Learn to control your thoughts, because this is air on air. This is thoughts plus thoughts, okay? So learn to control your thoughts. Your thoughts are everything. Contracts may need to be revisited, okay? So like I said before, in the upright, read the fine print, but in reverse, you may need to go back and read it again. Something is not in your best interest or not for you. Someone is making excuses and lies. All right, so action and advice now from the King of Pentacles. We have that good, stable earth. So action and advice is definitely telling you with each of these to do something mature and something that's going to be stable and set you up for stability in a long term. To differentiate, right? This could be telling you what you need to do is focus on either yourself or something in the house, you know, or the people that you already know. They're the ones that's going to help you build longevity, build a long-term business, or whatever it is, you know. Get with the people you already know. Get with the people that are in your circle. Okay, versus the King of Pentacles, he's telling you, yeah, you're going to get all that riches, but you may need to lean on other people. There's going to be other outside sources that you need to rely on. So that's how you could differentiate the two. The King of Pentacles. Action and advice. Your project or the thing that you're asking about is very fruitful. Look at all this fruit on him. Look at all those grapes. You know what I mean? Look at all the books he's read and researched. You know, look at all the houses he owns in the back. So I really just love that. So the thing you're asking about is very fruitful, whether it's a person, whether it's a thing, a place, whatever. It's a good investment. This card is also telling you to enjoy your life and live it to the fullest. What you want, get it. This could be a time where you just need to treat yourself. The King of Pentacles is definitely going to treat himself and treat the people around him. Money is on the way. So you could be leveling up at work. You could be leveling up in your relationship. But this is telling you abundance is on the way. Abundance is on the way in whatever form. Does not always have to be money, but something is on the way for you. You are leveling up, okay? In reverse, the project that you're asking about or the person that you're asking about is a drain. It's an absolute drain. Waste of time and waste of money. So also watch what you're spending or watch what you're giving. The King of Pentacles is such a giver, but in reverse, maybe you're giving too much. So definitely watch what you're giving. Watch what you're consuming and how you're treating your body. So in the upright, it's telling you to go ahead, indulge, you know, have a good time, treat yourself. But in reverse, maybe you are getting out of hand with that. So just be careful. Your thoughts could also be making you ill. So King of Pentacles in reverse, you're not treating your body right. And it could be what you're feeding your mind. Okay, because remember he has that air element. So in reverse, the air element is also either reversed or gone completely. So watch what you're feeding your mind as well. Financial hardships may be near, so it could be a time to start saving money. It could be someone that is going to bribe you. This could be talking of a bribe, a situation with a bribe. Also something that'll cost more than it's worth. Okay, more money or more time or more resources than it's worth. So just be mindful of that. Guys, we have covered the Kings as it relates to the elements, the zodiacs, personalities, events and places, as well as action and advice. By now, you should be very comfortable if you pulled a king in any tarot reading. To catch the rest of this playlist, I will leave a link in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And bye.